A very good morning. Today we are going to start Civics chapter 1 on equality. In this chapter, we'll read about introduction, right to vote, kind of inequalities, story of Om Prakash Valmiki, story of Mr. V.C. Ansari, recognizing dignity, equality in India, equality in Indian democracy. So, India is a democratic country. The key elements of the democratic government, this includes people's participation, the resolution of conflict, and equality and justice. Equality is a key feature of democracy and influences all aspects of its functioning. So in this chapter we will read more about the equality, like what it is, why it is important in a democracy, and whether or not everyone is equal in India. So let's begin by the Kanta story. Kanta standing in line to cast her vote. Look again at the various people who are standing in line with her. Kanta recognizes her employer Ashok Jain and Chotilal, her neighbor. In a democratic country like India, all adults, irrespective of what religion they belong to, what caste they are rich or poor, are allowed to vote. So this is called basically universal adult franchisee, a very important aspect of democratic societies. All adults like 18 years and above, citizens have the right to vote irrespective of their social or economic background. So she was very happy to see like everyone was standing in a line. So Kanta is excited to vote and happy that she is equal to all of others because each of them has one vote. But as her day goes on, Kanta becomes less certain about what this equality really means. What is it that makes Kanta unsure? Let's take a look at a day in her life. She lives in a slum and has a drain behind her house. Her daughter is sick, but she cannot take the day off from work because she needs to borrow money from her employer to take her child to the doctor. Her job as a domestic help tries her out, and finally she ends her day by again standing in a long line. This line in front of the government hospital is unlike the one in the morning because most of the people standing in it are poor. Kanta is one of the many people who live in democratic India and who have the right to vote, but whose daily livings and the working conditions are far from equal. Apart from being poor, people in India experience inequalities in different ways. So, the different kinds of inequalities that exist in India, one of the more common form of inequality in India is the caste system. If you live in rural India, your caste identity is something that you probably earn or experience very young. If you live in urban India, some of you might think that people no longer believe in caste. But just look at these matrimonial shown from a leading English newspapers and you will see how important the issue of caste continues to be in the minds of highly educated urban India. So now let us read a story about the experience of the Dalit child attending school. Dalit means broken, and by using this word, lower caste are pointing to how they were and continue to be seriously discriminated against. Om Prakash Valmiki is a famous Dalit writer. In its autobiography, Jutan, he writes, I had to sit away from the others in the class, and that too on the floor. When he was in the class 4, the headmaster asked Om Prakash to sweep the school and the playground. Om Prakash was made to sweep the school and the playground for the couple of days or weeks, and this only came to an end when his father, who happened to be passing by, saw his son sweeping. He confronted the teachers and then walking away from the school holding Om Prakash's hand, he said loudly for all of to them to hear, "You are a teacher, so I am leaving you." So this is one of the story of the Dalit child. The second is a story is based on the incident that took place in one of India's largest cities and is common practice in most parts of the country. It is a story about Mr. and Mrs. Ansari who were looking to rent an apartment in a city. They had the money and so paying the rent was no problem. They went to the property dealer for help to find a place. The dealer informed them that he knew about quite a few apartments that were available for rent. They visited the first apartment and the Ansari liked it very much and decided to take it. But the landlady found out their names. Then she refused to rent the house, and by saying that no one ate meat in our locality because the building did not have any non-vegetarian resident. Both the Ansaris and the property dealer were surprised to hear because they could smell fish being cooked in the neighbor house. So the same excuse was repeated in the second and third apartment. Finally, the property dealer told them that they might change their names. They called themselves Mr. and Mrs. Kumar, but they refused. In the end, it took a whole month of looking apartment before they found a landlady who was willing to give them a place on rent. So these were the two stories of the